What's going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including there is no farewell PL for John Cena. WWE knows Cena's heel turn flop. 5 stars for John Cena. Bad news for Damian Priest. Jim Ross not coming back to WWE. Candace LeRae shows offer battle bruise and much more. Just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. We start off the good with the good is number 1, another classic Cena promo. And this is what we wanted. Babyface John Cena, and like us and probably a whole lot of other people, we want to act like his Heel-Town Elimination Chamber never happened. And this was obvious from his dynamically delivered promo, where he called out Brock Lesnar, poured his heart out to the fans, and put Logan Paul in his place. It's sad to say that we only have 11 more appearances of John Cena in WWE, and that's it. Number 2, Kiana James and Jade Cargill could be interesting. It does WWE need another Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton match? Well, on paper, there's no need for a rematch. But Kiana James' potential involvement could change everything, as James could add the extra dimension Cargill needs to turn a rematch into something noteworthy. Number 3, smart use of Sami Zayn. Now, is Sami Zayn going to start a feud against Solo Sikoa? Well, it's unlikely given Sami's place on Raw, but WWE wisely used him in Montreal, giving the fans a chance to see their hometown hero and get a huge W. Number 4, a blockbuster main event. And last night's main event was a PL quality belt that was an ideal way to build off John Cena's return to playing a babyface, while also furthering the Cena vs. Paul and Rhodes vs. McIntyre programs. The match ended inconclusively, giving fans a preview of what to expect without settling anything. We also loved Drew McIntyre's subtle nod to becoming WWE champion again. It's definitely going to happen. Number 5, good build for Aleister Black and Damian Priest. Aleister Black versus Damian Priest is off to a good start following Black's announcement that Damian Priest is out with a busted jaw. Both superstars have charisma, and the respective styles that combine brawling and power moves make them natural opponents. It'll be interesting to see how this feud plays out, and what it leads to for both men once it's over. And Charlotte and Alexa's storyline making for good television. A Charlotte and Alexa Bliss may not be friends yet, but the current storyline teasing the two moving from doing business together to becoming friends has been well played so far, giving Alexa time in the spotlight, while softening Flair's Ice Queen persona. The beauty of the storyline is that it could continue for months or lead to a bitter split in a subsequent feud, which is definitely likely. That was a good what about the baddest? The bad number 1. Do we need Hayes in this storyline? A Carmelo Hayes and The Miz, the storyline pairing fans thought they didn't have to deal with. But that suddenly popped up again last night. And Miz is Miz, and he can do anything WWE needs him to do. But Hayes' career still has years on it, and he deserves much better. Reviving a storyline that fans were happy to see end is not a good sign for undercard storylines. Number 2, stop with the Do Bloodline. The MFDs went over the Motor City Machine Guns was not a good sign. While the MFDs are another excellent addition to SmackDown's already awesome tag division, fans don't need to see Solo Sikoa with the United States Championship and 2 of the MFDTS holding the WWE Tag Team Championships. Seiko and his faction are bad enough, but the thought of the dominance by a Do Bloodline is enough to make any fan queasy. And what tag division? And we're not talking about the men's tag division. We're talking about the women's tag division as well. It's great to see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair wearing tag team gold. Who are they going to defend the titles against? Last night's Charlotte versus Chelsea Green match was a reminder of how few tag teams there are in the women's division to challenge the titles. WWE needs more than Chelsea Green and a Hervis on SmackDown and the Judgment Day on Raw if it wants to make these titles. The downright ugly. Interesting. Now, nothing downright ugly, as the blue brand was a solid follow-up to SummerSlam and a decent build to Clash in Paris, which is only at the end of the month. And also, interestingly enough, not on a Saturday, it's on a Sunday. What do you guys think of SmackDown last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on wrestling news to the news. Now, first looks at No farewell PLE for John Cena. Farewell PL for Cena. While WWE has made Cena's last year in the promotion a major storyline, It's believed that Cena won't be getting a PL send-off for his last appearance. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live recently reported that WWE adding Evolution and a second night at SummerSlam, which means they'll met their PL obligation to Peacock with November Survivor Series. Now, according to Alvarez, it appears that Cena's big send-off will likely occur at December Saturday night's main event. The Observer also commented that Cena's father told a local news outlet in May that the match will take place at Boston's TD Garden, less than an hour away from where Cena grew up. WWE has yet to announce anything. Now, there was speculation that WWE might honor Cena with a farewell PL with some fans suggesting it could be named Ruthless Aggression, a fitting touch. But right now that doesn't appear to be in the cards. Nevertheless, the idea of Peacock paying for an additional Cena-centric PL shouldn't be ruled out if WWE thinks there's enough cash to be made. Next up, Cena's next PLE opponent revealed. Cena's next PL opponent revealed. And it looks like WWE fans will have to wait to see John Cena throw down with Brock Lesnar, as WWE is now booking Cena versus Logan Paul at August 31st Clash in Paris. While Cena did call out Brock last night, Logan Paul jumped ahead of the line, leading to what's sure to be another great match in Cena's journey toward retirement. However, some fans are not happy with the idea that we're losing another Cena match to Logan Paul. There were only tag matches, but a waste nonetheless. Next up, WWE knows Cena's. WWE knows Cena's heel turn flopped. Heel 10 absolutely flopped. WWE seems rare to admit its mistakes, but fans saw the closest thing to it last night when John Cena playfully confronted R-Truth about his recent actions. Cena projecting his own failed turn on R-Truth was a fun way to play off a disastrous decision and patch things up, storyline-wise, between R-Truth and his childhood idol John Cena. Cena's 2025 heel run is bound to enter wrestling's history as one of the most lackluster turns ever. Thankfully, the WWE Universe's love for John Cena and Cena's ability to work through any storyline saved the scenario from ruining his farewell tour. It also seems that WWE had made a big mistake in turning R-Truth into a more serious character. It was clear from a segment with John Cena that he's no longer Ron Killings anymore. He's R-Truth again. Fans were blasting Triple H for not following through with R-Truth series character. One on Twitter wrote, "So Ron Killings disappears from TV, just come back and be R-Truth on a random episode of SmackDown. Mind you, he cut off his dreads on live TV just to go back to this goofy character. What a waste. You just have to laugh." Sadly, this has highlighted a common problem in WWE. Wrestlers just suddenly dropping character. Next up, Drew delivers a strong statement to Cody Rhodes. But Drew McIntyre added insult to injury after last night's SmackDown. And in case you missed it, Drew assaulted Cody Rhodes after RHS and John Cena won by DQ against him and Logan Paul. Drew destroyed Cody outside the ring, clobbering Cody with a championship belt and a Claymore kick right into the announce table. But when SmackDown went off the air, Drew was caught on camera proclaiming, "I told Cody right to his face, I want him to win. I need him to win. Then I'm going to beat him, and that title belongs to me." How effing hard is it to listen? And McIntyre's quest for a fourth world championship in WWE appears to be in overdrive. And it'll be interesting to see if Cody can stop McIntyre, who seems more dangerous. 5 stars for John Cena than ever. Next up, 5 stars for John Cena. And just before John Cena is set to hang up his boots for good in the wrestling world, he will depart the ring with at least one more huge accolade. Now, it's not quite another title win, but a 5-star rating. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at SummerSlam was awarded the illustrious 5-star rating by the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Now, of course, some of you don't take notice of Meltzer's ratings, and that's perfectly understandable, as why should a match be driven by stars? But if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. But this is John Cena's second and only 5-star match in WWE history, with his other being versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank 2011. We also got to note the lowest match on the SummerSlam card had been rated 5, and that honor goes to Cross versus Sami Zayn. Next up, bad. Bad news for Damian Priest, news for Damian Priest. Now, is former World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest injured, or is WWE working the fans with a kayfabe injury? That's a question after Listus to Black cut a video promo announcing the Ultra of Infamy is home recovering from a hairline fracture to his jaw. The two superstars fought last week with Black destroying Priest with a steel chair. As Wrestle Talk reports, there's no word at this point if former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Priest is legitimately injured, or if he's off TV for another reason, or if it's purely for a storyline. Hopefully, it's purely for a storyline. Next up, Jim Ross not. Jim Ross not coming back to WWE. Coming back to WWE. A Jim Ross current deal calling the action on AEW is apparently nearly over. So, could WWE fancy good old JR returning to WWE? Well, not according to the WWE Hall of Famer, who told fans on his Grill and Junior podcast, "I think my contract up in August, like this month." Yeah, but you're going to renew it, you think? Well, I'm hopeful. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I like my part-time schedule. It lets me keep my batteries charged. I like working for Tony Khan because he's always been fair and civil to me, and I appreciate that. AJ also seemed to take a thinly veiled shot of former boss Vince McMahon when he commented, "You know, whenever he produces announced talent," and I would hear on the headsets like these, "Oftentimes I don't even hear him because he's not overly hyped and active, and he certainly has the ability to be. He owns it. He's smart. It's easy to be a little eccentric and be a pain in the ass producing announced talent. It's not an easy job, and it can really screw your announcers up by getting them off rhythm and messing up their timing. Barry Bloom is my agent. He's working on it. I'm not worried about it. Now, it's likely that we won't see Jim Ross call John Cena's last match ever, as that could have been a possibility if he wasn't interested in resigning with AEW. Next up, Dominik. Dominik Mysterio had no idea AJ Styles was going to do this. The SummerSlam was a significant event in many ways, including marking the anniversary of 2005's legendary ladder match between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero for the custody of their son, Dominik Mysterio. And not surprisingly, Daddy Dom paid tribute to the match with his ring gear. But that was just a start, as AJ Styles, Dom's challenger for his IC championship, honored Eddie as well, coming to the ring in a low rider and the SummerSlam-inspired gear. Now, apparently this was a huge surprise to Mysterio, who told Busted Open Radio that "I didn't really know AJ was going to do that as far as coming out with the low rider and his Latino Heat style shirt. Even his tights. His tights were to the T what Eddie wore in '05, right? So, for me, that was a little bit surreal, and I had no idea that was going to happen." And Mysterio also commented on his own styling, saying, "But in my head, my thought process was, okay, '05, this is what my deadbeat dad was wearing. So let me make that and upgrade it to my style, my version. Dirty Dom, greatest Mysterio of all time. So I rocked that same style blue, but just dirty domed a little bit. So basically you got, 05 Ray and Eddie 2025 Dom versus AJ. That's great to see that Dominik is still playing up his storyline heat with his famous father, even though the two haven't clashed in some time." And finally, Candace LeRae shows off Battle Bruise. Candace LeRae shows off Battle Bruise. And last but not least, SmackDown superstar Candace LeRae is still dealing with the after effects of the sick bump she took at SummerSlam six-pack TLC match. While Ray didn't compete, she interfered on behalf of DIY, helping real-life husband Johnny Gargano, but paying the price when she was knocked off a ladder and crashed through another ladder. Wrestling's Poison Pixie still had a nasty-looking bruise from where she was hurt, but like many wrestlers, she likely sees it as a badge of honor.